YouTube, what's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 4, entitled Dear Billy. Alright? Now, if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? So, again, Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 4, entitled Dear Billy. So we start off with this one, and we see that the agents that work for Dr. Owens are, of course, with, Jonathan, Will, and Mike, and they're explaining to them, like, why we're here, why, we're trying to help, and explaining to them the importance of them helping, and, letting them know that there's 2 factions, this side that we're on that wants to help Elle out, but there's another faction that wants to go against her. So anyways, and also why Dr. Owens is trying to give her powers back as well. One of the guys gives Will a letter from Elle, and she tells him in the letter that I'm going to become a superhero again. So, at least he knows that she's safe and that, she's doing what she needs to do in order to protect the world. You feel me? So anyways, everybody meets up with Max, and she explains about her vision, that she had when they were searching for, those, the paperwork that was the school shrink had on like Chrissy and Fred. Like, she had a vision when she was searching for that, stuff like that. So anyways, she explains to everybody the vision. She explains to everybody that how the stuff that she's going through is basically what Fred and Chrissy went through before they died. And so she's having a lot of similarities between them, which is not a good thing. That means that she could be next, potentially, So after that, Lucas meets up with the crew as well, and he warns Dustin about Jason, coming to, look for him because of the fact that he thinks that Eddie killed Chrissy, and, Dustin being as close as he is with Eddie, maybe Dustin would know where Eddie is, which is the truth. He does know where Eddie is, So Dustin tells Lucas that, Max is in trouble, and that kind of overrides everything, He's like, all right, well, I'm going to stay, help you guys out. So Jason goes to Lucas's house to look for him, but he's not there, of course. His little sister answers and tells him, like, hey, he's not here, But let him know if you see him that I'm covering for him, and, I can't keep doing this. And every day I cover for him, it's going to be some money owed, So after that, Lucas, Dustin, and Steve, they talk about, Victor Krill. And then after that, we see Robin and Nancy. They actually make a plan to go visit Victor at the psych ward. And, as they're going to do that, make their plan into fruition, Steve is supposed to stay back with the kids and make sure they're okay and look after Max, And then we get Murray and Joyce, and they end up landing in Alaska. Joyce tries to call the kids, but for some reason the phone is not working. And then we see that Antonov, which is actually the guy that's Enzo, per se. His real name is Antonov. Antonov tells Jim the plan to get him to Joyce and Murray, and tells them that, Yuri is going to, meet up with them, and then we're going to get you out of here type stuff. So then after that, we see Mike and Will, and they have a talk about, just their relationship and how things have been so weird, and just wanting to be best friends again because of, we're about to go through some heavy stuff, and I feel like the best way we can handle this is if we're best friends again, So they come to that conclusion with what's been happening between them. They need to, man up and be friends again. So that was the talk that they had. Then Jonathan comes in after they're talking, and he says, we need to find a way to get to Hawkins, and so his plan is to call, Argyle up and have him basically come pick them up, and they sneak out of the house away from the agents. You know what I'm saying? While the agents are kind of like sidetracked or busy. And then after that, we get Max, and she's writing these letters, and she ends up giving a letter to basically everybody. She gives a letter to the people that are there, which is Max, Steve, Dustin, and Lucas. And also she has remaining letters for the people that are not there. And so she tells them, hey, you know what? Like, just in case I end up passing away, these are letters that I want you guys to have to read after that happens. You know what I'm saying? And then, for the people that aren't there, like, Nancy, 11, stuff like that, she's like, take these letters and give it to them as well. So if I pass away, you guys will all have something, to remember me by. Plus, it's like a little last, moment to talk to you, if I become deceased. So then after that, um, um, Max wants to go to East Hawkins to basically do everything she needs to do before she ends up possibly dying. You know what I'm saying? So go see her mom again, go talk to Billy, stuff like that, right? Billy's grave. So Max, Steve, Dustin, and Lucas, they all get in the car and they head to East Hawkins. Robin and Nancy find a way to persuade the head of the psych ward, which his name is Dr. Hatch. They persuade him into letting them go visit Victor by themselves, so that way they can, find the information that they need. But they tell him a different story, but it works out. So Joyce and Murray, they find Yuri, and at the same time, they give him the money, and he's like, I'm accounted and everything like that, and everything sounds like it's gonna be good. At the same time, Jim ends up escaping from the camp. So we're like, everything's gonna be good now. So Max goes to deliver some letters, like in her house. You know what I'm saying? And she ends up seeing her mom, and so she actually just goes out there to talk to her mom, and it's like, look, like, I just want to give you these letters. It's just a way to talk to people with everything going on nowadays. You don't know if I'll ever be here forever, so I just want to give you these letters in case something happens to me. And it like really scares her mom, and her and her mom end up breaking down, and they end up crying or whatever it may be. And then all of a sudden, her mom ends up turning into Vecna pretty much, and this is one of those visions again. So anyways, she ends up having a nightmare about her mom, basically. And then she has a talk with Vecna as well, right? And then after that, we see Nancy and Robin. They get to Victor and they ask him for help, and we find out exactly what happened to his family and himself, and we find out that he was actually the one after his family died and everything like that. They got their eyes poked in or whatever. He actually took two shaving blades and punctured his eyes so that he felt like he was going to be able to join them. And I'm just like, bro, like, that's a crazy move. You feel me? Like, but anyways, yeah, we find out a lot about Victor and how that went down. And, it was important information. You know what I'm saying? So Mike and Will, Mike and Will end up talking again. And then after that, Argyle ends up getting to Mike, Will, and Jonathan in the nick of time, because what ends up happening is the government, like soldiers, end up coming for, I guess, Mike, Will, and Jonathan, and they start shooting up the house. They shoot one of the agents. The other agent that's still alive make sure that they're able to get out safely, and they eventually run into Argyle, and then they all just leave together. So they're, I guess, per se safe now. But that was a crazy scene, bro. Those soldiers came in there quickly, and then the agents, like, had to put their life on the line just to keep the kids safe and stuff, bro. It was crazy, man. Um, and then we go back to Jim, and we see that he makes it to this town, and it seems like he's safe. But then we find out that Yuri turns on everybody, bro. He gets Jim caught, so Jim is caught once again. He turns um, um, Antonov in, so now Antonov is captured. He's tricked Joyce and Murray, so now they're drugged up and they're about to be captured. Um, so he just ruined basically everybody's plan, got the money that he wanted, and there's nothing that they can really do about it. It's a crazy situation. I was like, bro, like, you're such a backstabber for that. And then from there, so everything is going to suck you on that side of things, And then after that, we go back to Max, and she goes to see Billy's grave, and to kind of talk to him and read a letter that she wrote to him. Robin and Nancy continue to talk to Victor. And eventually, Robin and Nancy get found out by Dr. Hatch, and so they're now in trouble. The cops are about to come after them, and they have to try to escape the facility, before the cops can get them. And they end up finding out from Victor that possibly music is a way to bring people out of the trances when they're in the trance from Vecna. So anyways, we go back to Max. She reads a letter to Billy at his grave. And then eventually she gets pulled into a vision. And after noticing Max has been at Billy's grave for a while, Steve goes to check on her, and he sees that she's having one of those bad visions. So Lucas and Dustin run up there to help her out as well. And then we see that in her vision that she's having, she sees Billy, and then um, um, you know, so Dustin tries to get in contact with Robin and Nancy to figure out if they found out anything to save Max, because obviously she's in a trance right now. There's nothing that she can do, and this could be the final trance that she goes to before she dies. So they can't reach them for a second because Robin and Nancy are still trying to escape. You know what I'm saying, the facility and the cops being on them and stuff like that. But they eventually do, and then they do get the message from Dustin on the walkie-talkie, and then they tell him what they found out about the music. So, anyways, we see Max in the vision. She's going deeper and deeper into this vision. Like, we're seeing things that we haven't seen before, and we're seeing actually some of what happened to, like, the bodies, like once he kills them or whatever. Like in that dream world or whatever, we see them like attached to this stone and just like completely dead, bro. It's like crazy. Um, So, anyways, they end up playing Max's favorite song, and it kind of brings her. It opens up this like portal, like back to the real world, but it's a small circle. And then Vecna has her pinned against the wall, and it's basically about to kill her. Basically about to take control of her. You know what I'm saying, and snap everything. You know, but and as this is happening, he puts his hand over her or whatever, and she's having visions of like her whole life, like with the crew, you know what I'm saying? And it's super sad because the music is playing. You feel like, you know what I'm saying, she's about to have meet her end. You know, she can see herself outside in the real world, and she can see her friends trying to help her, and they can't do anything about it, and she can't do anything about it. It's just like a super helpless, hopeless scene, you know what I'm saying? But man, some way, somehow, bro, that music is enough, and she breaks free from Vecna. She even pulls like this tentacle from his neck, which kind of hurts him for a second. And she just runs, bro. She runs to the little portal to try to get back to the real world. And this dude is like bringing things from the sky and making them fall down, and they're like almost about to hit her and stuff like that. And she's just running, bro. I'm like, yo, run, run, Max, run, bro, run, please. And she ends up getting to the portal, and then she wakes up in the real world, and she comes down from floating in the air, and her eyes flip back to normal, you know what I'm saying, because she's back to her body. And everybody's just around her, and you know, they're just hugging her, you know what I'm saying. And so she escaped, and she's good, man. Close call, because I really thought she was gonna die, man. Three of my favorite scenes would be Jim escaping, man. That was dope, the way that he handled things. And then he just got on that little like little bike thing, bro, and just rolled off. I was like, that's right, Jim, get out of here. Get out of here, bro. You get to safety, you feel me? My second favorite scene would be Max's vision when she's with her mom, bro. That was pretty creepy, man. And it just was crazy because she was, you know, having such a sincere moment, and all of a sudden it's like Vecna, bro. It's like, oh my God, this dude just be popping in at people's most weakest points, you know what I'm saying? And then my third favorite scene would be Max escaping Vecna and coming back to us in the real world. Bro, that was a crazy scene. I was literally yelling, bro. I was like, you run, Max. Don't you stop. Don't you stop. Keep going, baby. Keep going, baby. Keep going, baby. And she just running, and Vecna just sitting there bringing stuff down her. Boom, boom. I was like, bro, this was so epic. And she just got through, bro. And I was like, yes, 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 bro. But yeah, man, that'll be three of my favorite scenes. If you saw this episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. What has been your favorite episode thus far, as far as episode 1 through 4? Because that's where I'm at with it. Let me know about that in the comments down below. Yeah, let me know about that in the comments down below. For a grade for this, man, I got to give it a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Nothing less. If I can give it more, I would. So, a 10 out of 10. I was about to leave here without giving it a grade. But anyways, 10 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Like I said, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Until next time.